it's Natasha. In today's video, I'm going to review Mastering the TI-30Xa Scientific Calculator, Augmented Intelligence for All 21st Century Students. This is by Triad Math Inc. So this is a curriculum to supplement any other curriculum. So there are 25 lessons in this curriculum. They each have an online component with a video lesson for every single lesson of the 25 lessons. There are also pre and post tests online, so you can see if your student has mastered the information and how much they have grown. This is perfect for your high school students to learn how to use the scientific calculator. Now, this is broken up into kind of 3 different sections. The first 15 lessons are for the typical high school student up to like algebra, and then the next 5 lessons are for trigonometry students, and the 5 lessons after that are for STEM students, those students who are really going into a STEM specific field. Even more than that, in the first 15 lessons, the author had mentioned that for like a pre-algebra level, the first 13 lessons would be good, and that's exactly what my 9th grader has done, is the first 13 lessons. So my daughter that has been doing this curriculum has been doing pre-algebra this year. She's just about done with it, and I thought it was perfect timing to do this course so that she would know how to use a scientific calculator before going into algebra. And so I thought it was just super good timing for her to do it towards the end of the homeschool year, also to kind of change things up at the end of the homeschool year. And so this was a breath of fresh air. Like I said, every lesson comes with a video component as well as a pre and post test, as well as the lessons that are downloadable PDFs too. So I'm going to flip the camera around. I'm going to show you inside the workbook. I'm also going to show you what it looks like online. It is very easy to follow. It's broken down by lesson. Every lesson has a pre-test. It has the notes. Those notes are also in the book. It has a video lesson, a post-test, and a lesson form. That's where you can actually type in questions. If you have questions, you can go to the forum and you can type in a question to get help. Now, my daughter actually didn't need to use that, but it is there if your student did need some extra help. Now, I want to show you, I'm just going to go down to maybe like lesson 5, and let's take a look at what this looks like. Now, my daughter already completed lesson 5, so we'll have to review the questions, but it does say her score here, as you can see. And so she got, it's 3 little questions, a pre-test. And then after the pre-test, you have the notes. And again, these notes are in the book. It has a video lesson. And this video lesson is about 7 minutes long. And then it has exercises. These exercises are also in the book. And the answers to the exercises. And supplemental exercises and supplemental answers. So if you need additional practice for your student, and then we have a post-test, and you can review the questions. This is especially helpful if they got something wrong, because then you can see what they got wrong. And then the forum if you'd like to ask any questions. Now, I want to give a little hint here. I actually recommend printing the exercises from the PDF, and the reason why is because in the book, which I'll show you in a second, you can view the answers right next to the exercises. And so I do recommend printing them out from here so that the student can't see the answers. But let's now take a look at what the book looks like. Now let's take a look inside the book. We have some background here. And then the table of contents. I thought this would be most helpful to you. So as you can see, lesson 1 starts with an introduction to the calculator. Then it goes with the very basic functions of the calculator, on, off, and then real numbers, add and subtract, and equals and negative numbers, multiply and divide, percentage, memory, square, square root, reciprocal, flip it, fractions, proper and improper fractions, fraction to decimal conversion. And that's where my daughter stopped. And then we get into exponents. And then after lesson 15, it's lessons for future trigonometry students. And so in case you have a student at that level, see that? And then lessons for future STEM students. And then in the back, it just gives some additional educational resources. This talks about how homeschoolers can download some free things off of their website. Just give some educational resources here for college-bound non-STEM students, STEM students, and so forth. Then let's take you past the introduction to the first lesson. As you can see, the font is big, which I really like that for my daughter. That was a huge plus, that the font was big. And then we have the exercises. Lesson 1 is kind of different because there's not really too much work because it's just the introduction. But then lesson 2, you see it walks them through how to actually use the calculator, exactly what it says, and what each little button means and how they can use it. And then they're given exercises here. Now, this is why I said that you probably want to use the PDF instead, because as you can see, the answers are right here. So the child can fold it like this, or you can download the exercises online and do them that way, or cover this up, or let them see it. I mean, however you want to do it. But just so you know, that is there. And I like how it's encouraging too. I feel like this was very encouraging. It also tells you when to take quizzes. See, play with it until you're comfortable with it. It is really easy once you catch on to it. Homework will really help here. Take the lesson 4 quiz and so forth. Let me jump to like the middle of the book. The lessons for future trigonometry students. Okay. Just to give you an idea, this would be helpful. And now let's jump to lessons for future STEM students. Okay. All right, so I hope that was helpful in showing you how this book is formatted and what it covered. So if this is interesting to you and you think that your child might benefit from using this curriculum, I'm going to leave the link down below where you can find it. I'm also going to leave the link for the Homeschool Review Crew blog post where lots of other families have reviewed this curriculum and can give you their insight too. So definitely go check out those links for more information. But this was a really valuable curriculum for us. I'm super glad we got it and used it, and I can definitely see us using this again in the future as all of my girls come up into high school and are learning to use a scientific calculator. So it is a really unique product that I've never seen before, and I'm really glad that we got the chance to use it. So thanks so much for watching and have a blessed day.